Who can actually be homeless?
They could be anyone. They could be you or me.
Husbands, fathers, mothers, kids.
Approximately 3.5 million people are homeless in the U.S., increasingly including families, young adults, and veterans. In Greater Rochester, over 8,000 people are homeless each year. Few have access to medical care. One young woman chose to tackle this issue in an exceptional way.
My name is Emma Lowe, and I'm in medical school at University of Rochester.
My name is Steve Smock. I'm not homeless now, and I haven't been over 10 years. When you're homeless, you're lucky if you have a tent.
This is my friend Fred.
Hi, Fred.
He's an Afghanistan, Iraq survivor.
God let him live.
The street medicine program unofficially started when I would go to the city with a person who used to be homeless. He would take us around and try and meet people, assess what they needed, bring them socks, sometimes food.
Street medicine means providing medical care directly to the homeless where they live. In 1992, Dr. Jim Withers began making medical visits to homeless people in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He founded Operation Safety Net, now a national model for street medicine programs. Emma Lowe spent a year with Dr. Withers as an AmeriCorps volunteer.
So Emma called me one day and she had this idea for doing these street rounds. She was very persistent about it and she asked me if I would help with it. I'm Dr. Lois Van Tall. I'm a family physician and I've been involved in the street medicine project for about 2 years. Some of us are at times afraid of homeless people or curious about them, but we often don't really get a chance to know them and to talk with them.
Nothing like new socks.
I appreciate it very much.
It's been said to me when I was homeless that I'm lazy, I'm an alcoholic, a drug addict, or a criminal, or scum, you're a loser, you're a failure, you're worthless.
It's easy to stereotype homeless people as drunk or they're not contributing, but when you really get to know each person, you find that there's a story behind each one of them, and every single story is a lot different.
We're going underneath the bridge, right down the new bridge over the Genesee River. A homeless guy that I've seen there a couple different times. He's there, then we can see if whatever needs, medical needs or anything else that we can help him with.
Rochester is interesting because there's not a lot of visible homelessness. A lot of people stay in really small little places and not really public.
And it looks like we have signs of someone's stuff here. Looks like someone's probably been hanging out.
There's nobody here right now.
Seeing that need in the population and the community of Rochester inspired me to start a program where the medical students at U of R could give back and learn a lot from the homeless who could benefit from getting some needs met too.
Emma really was passionate about starting a program here in Rochester when she started medical school. The street medicine program differs from the other two UR medical student-run free clinics in that the street medicine program provides health care to homeless right at the places where they live, whether it be underneath a bridge or somewhere else in the city of Rochester. Students learn a valuable lesson from working with a population that's so marginalized, that has very few resources. It gives them an opportunity to figure out how can they solve a complex problem that's not just physical, but also very socially oriented as well as psychologically oriented, and help them figure out how they can transform their lives if that's something they want to do.
A lot of people stay here during the night. Usually we see like about 5 people or so. It's a warm place to stay in the winter. However, they do get kicked out usually around 3 in the morning. I'm glad to see you again.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a while. Have you ever had a heart attack or anything?
No, not that I know of.
No, good. Grab this. Yeah, it was kind of high. It was like about like 180 over 140 or so.
Oh, yeah.
Will Mel accept Emma's help to deal with his risky blood pressure? How will the U of R Street Outreach collaborate with other community programs? Find out more in upcoming episodes of The Street Medicine Chronicles. For the University of Rochester Medical Center, I'm Jeffrey Mead.